This is the world's richest criminal and he's worth over $40 billion. And in this video, I'm going to review how he made over $60 million every single day and how he became the most wanted criminal on earth.
Pablo Galvary Escobar was raised in a lower class family in his society in Rio Negro, Colombia. He grew up with his siblings and his parents. His mom was a school teacher and his dad was a farmer. When he was growing up, he involved himself in petty crimes and other illegal activities like stealing gravestones and selling them, smuggling drugs and selling cigarettes. When he was in his teens, he noticed that the fastest way to make money was not through white-collar jobs or through any legal thing. He figured out that the fastest way to make money was through crimes. So Pablo Escobar invested himself and his time in doing illegal activities. Now, when he was in his early 20s, he went to Medellin and formed a cartel called the Medellin Cartel. Now, this cartel would help him carry out activities like smuggling drugs, so many drugs and selling drugs. Now, Pablo Escobar did not just treat the cocaine distribution as a drug business. He did it like a logistic business. He did like a real entrepreneur. He developed research centers. He developed manufacturing centers inside the forest, like a real resort. It was like a real resort for development and manufacturing of cocaine that will be sent out to Miami, California, and other parts of the world. He handled like 80% of the world cocaine in his time. When he started distributing cocaine, he saw that the demand for cocaine was very high in the United States. So he saw the opportunity and used the opportunity like a real businessman. He started distributing like 80% of the world cocaine. The money was coming in so fast, like they didn't even know what to do with the money. When the money came in, he would use the money to acquire properties, hid some of the money in the properties, in those properties that he acquired. He knew that he was doing so many illegal things and he had to make the community look at him as a good person and not a bad person. What he did was that he funded their national football team, the Colombian national football team. He funded the tournament. He also built houses for so many people in Colombia, for the poor masses. He built houses for all of them. He gave them food, gave them money. During the election, he helped them, all of them. He later joined the political party and wanted to prevent them from extraditing any criminal to the United States. Like, so much money was coming in, like he didn't even know what to do with the money. He bought estates, he bought helicopters, he bought luxury cars, he bought planes, he bought so many things. He even had his own private zoo where he had like over 200 exotic animals in those zoo. Like, at some point on his son's birthday, he wanted to book Michael Jackson to come and perform in a stadium that was close to his house. And rumors I heard was that he was going to kidnap Michael Jackson and ask for a ransom. Like, that's evil. Like, how will you book somebody to come and perform for your son's birthday and then plan to kidnap him and ask for ransom? That's a criminal mindset. At some point, his daughter fell sick. She fell sick from cold, so he burnt down $2 million in cash just to make sure that his daughter will not fall sick. He spent $2,500 on rubber bands for his cash every single month. There was the point he could no more count the cash. They now had to put the cash in bags and weigh them. They were weighing the cash because the cash was too much to count. When that incident happened that they were weighing the cash, some of the cash were being eaten by rats. Like $10 million were being destroyed by rats. Imagine having so much money that rats are going to destroy your money, because the money is just everywhere. Money is just too much. Money that was coming in every week was $60 million alone from United States. So imagine distributing 80% of cocaine around the world. Imagine how much will be coming in from those places. He was like among the richest people in the world. I think a net worth of around $40 billion. But something happened. A lot of people were against him. The government, journalists, reporters, everybody was against him at some point. Even rival cartels were also against him. So when he was in politics, he was struggling to fight for the government to stop the extradition of criminals to the United States. So his plan failed and he was being expelled from his political parties when he could no more hide his operations. It was now open to the public that Pablo Escobar was involved in drugs operation. Everybody was after him. Now, and this period of time, he was hiding from the government. When he was hiding from the government, something terrible was happening around the city. Pablo Escobar found so many gang allies to come and work with him. So many people that could operate bombs, time bombs. He found those people and he went all in for the government because he was causing bombing every single day. Pablo Escobar had a rule which was plato o plomo. Now what plato o plomo means is that either you take the bribe or you take the bullet. That was what his cartel was known for. Take the bribe or take the bullet. And for you to be on the safe side, you take the bribe. Now if you don't take the bribe, you won't survive more than 2 days because they're going to come for you. He tried to kill the candidate of the presidential election in a flight. Yeah, he bombed the flight because he heard that the candidate would be on that flight, but the candidate should just thank his stars he was not on that flight because hey, it would have been terrible. So many, like over 200 people died in that flight. There was a particular reporter that was against him. What Pablo Escobar did was that Pablo Escobar bombed the car of that reporter. Anybody who was against him, he would just have his gang members, gunmen, follow you and end you. That would be your end. So people were so afraid to talk about Pablo Escobar. They were so afraid. Even when they were appointed to do so, they didn't just want to do it. Every day was bombing in Colombia. Every single day was bombing. If you stay in Colombia, there's no day you wake up without hearing that how many people have died from, you understand? He did the government worst. At a particular time, Pablo Escobar agreed to surrender and he had his own terms. Imagine a criminal having his own terms and conditions to surrender for an arrest. Like you tell the government that you are going to surrender but on one condition. Imagine that kind of thing happening. And the government actually allowed his terms, and his terms was that he was going to build his own prison and live in it. Now, this was not just a prison, this was a 5-star house. It was a 5-star house. He had his own football pitch, had his own luxury clothes. He had a bar, a club, a bar inside there, which he would host party almost every weekend inside that prison. He had his own security guard. Like, that's normal in prison. Imagine the kind of power one criminal will have. When he decided to turn himself in for the government, he was hosting so many things there, bringing his family members in, and then the government heard about it and they were not happy about it. So they wanted to move him to a more strict prison. When Pablo Escobar heard about this, Pablo Escobar decided to flee. When he decided to escape, it was so easy for him because he was the one who had the prison belt. So he built an escaped route in the prison. Pablo Escobar was on a run. He was hiding from everybody. He couldn't even communicate with his family. Pablo Escobar could not communicate with his family because of they were always tracking him. Now, after like 1 year of running from the government and hiding from the government, something terrible happened. He was tracked down in a building in Medellin. Now, the Colombian government had partnered with the United States forces to kill just Pablo Escobar, not his cartel, just him, because this man was terrible. This man was terrifying. Now, when they tracked down Pablo Escobar on that building, when he noticed, he decided to flee from the building. He went to the rooftop with a gun in his hand and started running, trying to make a run for it. Then he was surrounded by armed men. He was being shot on the hand and I think shoulder, okay, on the hand, on the leg, and one other place like that. I couldn't remember. But when Pablo Escobar was shot, those soldiers were not happy that they killed a criminal. They were happy that they brought down a legacy. They brought down like one of the biggest terrorists in the world. Like just one man. They just want one man down and the whole Colombia will sleep in peace that night. So that was how powerful Pablo Escobar was. Pablo Escobar was crazy. It was crazy. His empire fell in his face. If he was to be alive and still have all those wealth till today, he would be worth over $100 billion. And most of the cash he buried in those houses he built are still being discovered till today. In 2020, they discovered $18 million in one of those houses. So Pablo Escobar's legacy